Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nisse and today we're gonna make the new entrance to Future Life Asia. So first of all we're gonna make this stone part of the building. This isn't gonna make the most of the building, it's actually only gonna be the fundament. It's called in Danish, I'm not sure what it is in English. But we're gonna lower it later, so we're gonna just draw out the building here with it, and then on top of it we're gonna use the walls we actually gonna have. I will say right away we are going to have some cuts in here. My game crashed quite a few times doing this, so there will be some cuts, and furthermore we're gonna have a giant aquarium in here that just took up too much time. You can see already now it is kind of a long speed build, so I did choose to pick out the aquarium part, cut that completely out, and then I will make a video on its own on that. It will hopefully be up at the same time, and I will link it in the description so you can go and see it, and it will also be in the same playlist. As you probably already noticed, it's going to be quite a big building. Here you can see I did lower it down, so we have this lowest meter that is the stonework, and then we have the highest part, which is this beautiful light wood. We're gonna have two things here in the bottom. On this side we will have the aquarium. As I said, we will cut that out, but you will see the building part of it. And on the other side here we're gonna have the gift shop. I always think a entrance should have a gift shop because it's practical. First of all, I love to get things when I add a zoo, but I don't want to carry it all the time, so therefore I like to have it at the entrance. The only zoo I think shouldn't have it at the entrance, and it don't, is Knuthenborg Safari Park here in Denmark, because it's a safari park where you drive it around in your own car. So therefore it's okay that it's in the middle of the zoo, because you will have your car right there. As you can see here, the game crashed and I lost a little bit of footage, so the only thing you missed is the part where I made a double wall over here at the entrance. Just to make sure that it made sense for these entrance pieces, that you went through something when you have them and it doesn't. I personally think that sometimes they look weird, so I like to cover them like this. Then out here I want to make kind of a open space, so therefore I wanted two staircases down here, and I try to make them kind of even. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's completely fine. I think it's good at this point, but again not perfect at all. And then I try to figure out how to connect them down here, which I kind of chose not to do, so I just went through both of them and then do like this, and then I actually do the same shape again here, using the grid for the building to add two of these so the guests can go both ways around. Then back here we're gonna have a backstage area. That's also why from the gift shop it just made sense that they will have a storeroom there, and then here they can go out and have their break, or we're also gonna have a workshop down here so the mechanics easily can reach their tools. Again, we have quite a few things in this building, so it makes sure that it's their own workshop. Again, with this gift shop and the restaurant we're gonna add on top, and then we of course also gonna have some not vending machine, what's it called, withdraw mechanics where you can get more money. Again, don't remember the English name for them. The two staff rooms out here are gonna be very basic, along with again the workshop, because I don't want them to be a part of the build, but just a little thing that's there that you aren't drawn to. So again, we also use these in the most basic color possible, again to just make it blend in with the building, but kind of disappear in the also. So again, guests won't be drawn in here and too curious about it or think it's something they missed, but it will just be there. Then of course I want my caretakers to be able to go out and empty trash cans and other stuff out here. So we're gonna use this 1 meter path, 2 meter path I think, over here, and then of course also over here. Again, you aren't able to do this trick with the what's it called, staff path, so you need to do it with another path first and then change it to a staff path. Out here I actually gonna higher this up so we again can use the same elements that we already have to the building to make this inch, so our customers don't fall down. And out here we need something because I want the roof to go over this part out here, so I need something that can carry the roof and keep it up. And I also need it to be flexi-colored because I wanted something that can again blend in with the wood from the building. So I just end up with this very basic piece here, and yeah, then I just go in and fit it in here. I did resize it, so I go for a 4 meter instead of the big one, so it's lower out here than it is on the main part of the building. Again, to make sure that it will kind of, what's it called, go downwards out here. Then I thought about adding some wood between the poles, but it just didn't make sense since we already have the stone edge, and it will just take out some of the view for the guests. So I went away from that, and then I used my mud pillar here to double it over here, and then again double it over here, so we have the same all the way through. Then we just put the arch in here, and boom boom, then we go for the gift shop. I actually thought that we could place these on the path. We can't, so we had to do this instead. But again, it's, yeah, now we have these ugly pieces on the ground, but it's what we got to work with. So first I wanted to use this piece of wood, but instead I went with this so I can recolor it. So I used the same color as I already have, and then just deepen it a bit so it seems still fit in with the same kind of tone, but it's just deeper. But we still end up with these edge pieces down here, which I don't appreciate. Next on the top is shelf, and we're gonna go in with these. Again, wood that we have used before, and the shelf themselves we use in the same color again as we used before. So we're gonna put 2 planks on each side, and then we're gonna put 3 of them on each storage item. I do make all these shelves without actually knowing what I'm putting on them, so therefore I am aware that I may have to lower or higher some of them, and it's okay. Then I go in with the mud pillar and place these with 2 meters in between. And then of course I need to go in and remove all of the mud pillars again. And we're gonna find some shelf in here. Again, it's the same as we used before, trying to use the exact same color as we did before, but I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to give me the same color, which are kind of frustrating. So I'm gonna make it fit as good as I can, and here we're gonna use 3 planks, so these are deeper than the ones we already got. Again, then we go in and add more shelves, just doubling it up, and then I try to go in and reuse this piece to make shelves out here. Not perfect, but it works, so that's the important part. So we take these and push them through there, and then I'm just gonna pick out this entire piece and then double it over like so. And then I quickly just take a look to get an idea of how it looks, and it looks fine. The next thing I wanted was a changing room. I personally think that mini zoos could benefit from, because even though it's just a t-shirt, I still want it to fit nicely, and I want to be able to try it on without anyone looking weird at me. So I just wanted a changing room, so I put in 3 of these, and then I push them a bit on top of each other so you can see there's no one in there at this point. And then I wanted 3 very different kind of backdrop between each of these discs. So we have some African, some Australian, and then some modern art monkeys. I don't know how to explain it elsewise. So that's what we went for there. Then I hang 2 of these at the edge here, because that would make sense to utilize that space. Putting these boards down here, because I really like to use them, and it's the only place they could be. Then I went over a few things, and I think it's around here I decided to stop for now. Because I deleted all of my mods with the new DLC, but I've been told that they haven't crashed the mods we already had, so therefore I wanted to go back in and then install the GiftShop mod, which I did, but I did build on before that, so you will see here in a minute. I'm gonna jump over and do something else, and I will come out back in the end and finish off the gift shop with that mod. Out here I just wanted a place to hang stuff, so I changed the shelf here to this kind of piece so they could hang very nicely here. And then we're gonna add the 2nd floor, I think it is called. I'm a bit confused because in Danish we don't start at the 1st floor. We start as the ground level, which normally would be called like a stew. And stew roughly translates to either living room or dining room. So adding in this 1st floor at the ground level confuses me a little, but I think I use it correctly here. So here up at the 2nd floor, we're gonna have a view to the aquarium again, and we're gonna have our restaurant. This would of course also be a restaurant that you could rent out to kind of, if you want to bring your workforce for something, or you want to invite friends for some kind of what's it called, a wedding, or a what's it called, yeah, some kind of event you could rent it out for. And then I add in this extra meter here between the plants to make sure that that bulk between the path when it's lifted off doesn't ruin anything. Normally if you only have a 4 meter 1st floor and a 4 meter 2nd floor, then the 1st floor you will see that bulk at the roof in there, and that just doesn't look good at all. So that's why I choose to go in and add this extra meter to make sure that I won't see it from beneath. And you will see it when we add the roof in the 1st floor. But then I changed my mind. We will still have this meter here, but I just want it to go up higher. So we kind of have some kind of railing up here, which again are a meter. So instead of 1 meter, we use 2 meters. So we have used one of the 2 meters to cover that in between stage, and then we use one of the 2 meters to add the railing up here. And once again here at the aquarium I fill up with stonework on the inside here, basically because the wood wouldn't benefit at all from the water, so therefore it's important to have some stone in here. I could also add the concrete, which I will use at the floor, but for in here it makes so much more sense to use the stone, since we have the stone in the building already and we kind of can stay with the theme this way. Then it's time for the floor, and I go down here as I said before and add the concrete. Again, you won't see me do this entire thing. I will just show you in here quickly with the building part of it, but the design of it won't be revealed at all here. You will though see a bit of it at the cinematics, because it was hard to go around. But again, the video hopefully will be up at this point, so go and watch it afterwards if you want. Of course, I don't want to force you to do anything, but if you feel like it, it's there. Then at these many windows we have in this building, we're gonna add in some glass, which will just be this piece over and over again. It's the only 4x4 clear glass I think we have. It's see-through from both sides, and I just add them in every single one of these pieces, both to make sure no one drops out, but also when it rains, and of course also when it's too hot, then we can regulate the temperature in here, which would be great. We do also add it over here, of course, and then we're gonna add it over here also. One thing I apparently do every single time I get the chance with the restaurant, that I use these kind of glass pieces here. It's not always the same glass piece, but it's basically the same design for every single restaurant I use, which mostly or because it works, and then because I don't know what else to do with that part. The restaurant itself is not the same, but the part up there with the little 2x6 is mostly the same. It's only depending on the wall pieces and the color. Then we go in for the roof, and I end up using this African roof, I think it's called, down here, which fits very nicely if I may say myself. Then we do the same up here, but with a twist, because we do this all around, and then I go in with these glass pieces. This will both utilize the fact that we will have a beautiful sky up here. It is in a tropical area, so of course not when the rain seasons is here, but using the natural sunlight, and also have a beautiful starry sky to look up on when you're dining here will be just perfect. And because we lowered it a bit down in the roof, then it won't look weird from the side of the building. Out here I make a little pond, and you will actually don't see here what I'm doing with it. It will also be in the aquarium video, so if you are intrigued with what this have to do with an aquarium inside of the building, then again go and watch that video. It will be linked below. But here on top I just cover it with stones, and then on both sides you will have this part where children can watch through it, so it will have that glass piece there being visible, since some kids can see over a meter. Then a bit of stones there, again covering up the path, adding a tree here, a tree there, and then we will go out here with all of our trees here, and kind of cover a bit part of the stones over here and the building itself. But I thought it was nice to have this kind of covered up entrance since we are in a tropical area, so I thought it would be very nice if it was in the middle of a forest, so we will kind of get that feel here. I don't add too many bushes or anything like that. I just put in big trees and smaller trees to get that idea. And then of course we need some trash cans both here on the inside and the outside. So of course here, even though you haven't entered the building, we will have trash cans here, and this is why to have that what's it called, path, staff path around this, because your staff won't be able to go back and through the entrance piece, so you need to have a path specific for the staff. Again, up here, more trash cans and more trash cans, and again out here, basically where there will normally be trash cans. And again, we're gonna go in with some donation boxes here. You can see there's a little sneak peek on our aquarium, but again, full video will be up hopefully at this point. And then we're gonna have some screens here, doubling that over here, and then I believe I actually go to the the Bonnie and orangutan and the Simon habitat and steal their what's it called, indication boards here. So we're gonna steal them, just make them fit here, and then place 3 of them. And then I looked at them and considered they are very dark, so I'm gonna go in here and pick all of these planks, and not the pieces in the middle, just the planks, and pick the same color that we already have, and then I just copy that over again, so we have 3 here. Very nice, if I may say so myself. Now we finally down here at the gift shop, but we need some roof here before, so we're gonna pick the same color as we have as the walls, and then we're just gonna copy this over and over till we're done here. And then we are ready for the lights here. I went to the dark or the night time here to do this, and I just use what's it called, position snap, or what's it called, to make it fit here, so it just sit on the middle of every piece. And here on the walls also it fit on the square walls but not the archways, so we need to go in and do those manually. But I really like these lamps here. It's kind of Asian, but without being too Asian, in that sense that yes, we are in Asia, but this aren't a Asia themed area of the zoo. This is just a conservation project that are placed in Asia, so I don't want too much Asian themed. But these are not too Asian, they are just the right amount of Asian, if that makes sense at all. You know, some pieces here are very stereotypical, which I just don't appreciate on this kind of building. Not necessarily stereotypical in a bad way, but there are the things we always see also in movies, and if the movie makers want us to know we're in Asia, there will always be the same things that we always see there, even though it's not how Asia normally looks in modern buildings or anything like that. But we're gonna use them here also. And over here you can actually see our backstage area down there, but it don't draw too much attention, but it still looks nicely, which I personally think would be the right balance for a build like that. But it seems like we are done with the lights here for the walls either way, so we're going in with these for the tables. And as always, I'm Danish, I love living lights, so in my head, it's 100% there's living candles inside of these jars, or what they're called. Then I wanted some way to have light on these education boards, so I did this, which I think a lot of zoos and other kinds also, if you go to a gallery, they will have this kind of light on the paintings. And I actually think it looks very nice up here. It looks a little weird in daylight with that kind of wings up there. But I personally think it's the best solution, because if I placed it on the roof, then it would look so weird since we have a glass roof up there. But yeah. But now we can see our information quite clearly. So we're gonna go in here and then double these over here. So we also have these in with the aquarium, and again you can see some light lower down. We will go over that in the other video. So we just gonna put them there and there, and then I think we're gonna go down here and make some centerpiece here, because it's kind of a big hole, this one. So I want a big centerpiece, but then again this is too big, so I'm gonna redo the path down here, and then we're gonna get some light in here just so we can actually see what we're doing. So I'm gonna take these rounded pieces and then we color them again, of course. There, and then we lower them a bit so they are less than a meter, so the children can also see. And then I place them a little weird compared to each other. And then we're gonna go in with these small pieces. I just use the wall over here to make sure it's completely straight over here, and then we're gonna make it fit in nicely here. I don't know why these pieces are thinner than the other pieces. It's kind of frustrating when you do something like this, because no matter what, it will look weird if you're looking for it. Then I go in with these, as you know I always do, to make sure that the guests don't walk through it, as you can see they do now. So these will block out those guests walking through. So when I did the one side here, I just copy it over because it's the same shape I used on both sides. Then I'm gonna lower them down into the ground, because these works no matter how low you place them. You can go right through the ground and the guests don't care, they won't walk through it. The only issue with that is that you kind of need to dig down to find them if you want to remove them at a later stage. Then it's time to go in and make the dirt here, and I'm really loving how this turned out, but it's mainly because I know how it turns out at this point. When I did this, I was kind of terrified, because you know I love to make flower beds, but they don't always work as we want them to. But here I wanted these two big flowers that are beautiful, and as far as I know they are kind of rare, because they need some special kind of insects to keep them alive, or get them to multiply, reproduce it called. Sorry, that just slipped away from me. So I kind of built this entire flower bed up around this with the tallest pieces in the middle here, and then it's smaller and smaller when you get to the edge, and then I add some small of these to blend out or in with the red flowers. Then we need to add some light here, so we go to night again to make sure we get the right angle for it, and I use the same as I did with the education boards at the second floor. So I just map it out here and then turn it till it fits. And since I did place this centerpiece on the rig, then I can also place the light on the rig as well, and it will work just like that. Yeah, I think that was the end of the light. I do believe the next part here is the gift shop, if I'm not completely wrong. Yes, and here I search for modded, and then it will all appear. It's because it's the only modded prop I have at this point. If I did have more modded items in here, then they will all show up, and then I would have to search more specific, like I would do with gift shop, for instance. Now I'm using 3 different skins here. I don't remember which one specifically I use, so I will mention all of them. And they are all from Nexus. Links will be in the description. But I'm just going over them quickly here. So of course I have the mod, and if you search for gift under Planet Zoo in Nexus, these 4 things will all show up, and they will all they are the only things that will show up. So you of course have the Planet Zoo gift shop mods, new update, ads and plushies, and it's of course by Nicholas Linewriter, and that's the mod you need to use as a mod. And if you don't know how to install mods, again I have a link to a video by Leaf that's so good to explain this. Then we have the 3 skins here, and they won't be added in as a mod. You need to go into your computer under documents, and then you will have a file called Frontier Developments, and then the games will be listed here if you have multiple Frontier games. I only have Planet Zoo, so it's the only map there. So then you're gonna go in there, and then you have user, height maps, user media and user music. For these you will go into user media, and then you will just drop them. Do not drop a file in here, drop the pictures you want. So it will be in there, and then when you go in and use them in Planet Zoo, then you will just go up, and as you do with all of these also education boards, then you go up and click the animal you wanted, or the thing you want to have a pic, for example the habitat you want to do something about, and then you can go in and change the picture. Then there will be a file picture next to the base one it goes into is the one for the game. Next to it is a file where it's custom media, and there you will find your own. It's fairly easy when you have done it a couple of times. But besides that, I forgot to tell you what they were called. So the first one is WWF GiftShop Pack, and it's by LBE Dits. And then we have book skins for the gift shop pack by Planet Leafy. And then we have gift shop skins 1 by Leafy. And we don't have a gift shop skins 2, we only have the 1 here. Maybe you can find some of them elsewhere, and you can also make your own. Nicholas Linewriter, who have a YouTube channel, I think it's called I Am the Linewriter. And in there he actually have a tutorial on how to make your own skins. I'm too lazy for that, but if you want to do that, I will also link that below. And I will also link my video on this gift shop pack, where I also show off all of these skins and what you can do with them. So if you are interested, link in the description. But at this time you probably think, does that gift shop pack actually require you to do all of this shit and give skins and all of this if you want to use it? No. The plushies I add in now, they are just what they are, and then they are flexi-colored. You can see I changed the color of them. So you can do whatever you want with them. You don't need any skins at all. You can't even add skins. We have the boxed plushies I added in before where they need skins, but these ones don't. So if you just want the plushies and don't want to think about skins, you can totally do it that way. Then I go in here on the rest of the shells and just add in whatever. At this point I was, to be honest, a little tired, and the base game and the DLCs don't actually have a lot for a gift shop. So some of the things I just added because they kind of look like something I have seen in the gift shop. But basically most gift shops I've been in have all the same. They have the small figures of animals. We don't have them, not from the game and not from any modders at this point. They all have some kind of books. You do get that here, but only with this mod. You don't have that for the games. And I could really go on, but we are at the end here, so enjoy the cinematics and I will be back afterwards. Okay guys, here we are. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, the comment section is there for you. If you have any questions or there's just something specific you really like, please tell me. I really love when you comment on stuff. I really also like when you like stuff. And yeah, I think I have talked about everything today. I will jump right over and edit the other video, so it hopefully will be up at the same time. Again, link to everything we talked about in the descriptions right there. Yeah, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye guys!